We begin tonight with live pictures of the Interbelt Bridge as we wrap up a rainy day in your Labor Day weekend. It's quieting down pretty good, but will the rain dampen your Labor Day plans? Let's get right over to Jason Nicholas with the Power 5.
Good evening, Michael. Right now, things are relatively quiet. So out and about this evening, we've been okay. We had a few showers as you move through the afternoon into the early part of your evening, and they were gully washers, contained a lot of heavy rains. High water issues also a problem. But overall now, things are quieting down just a bit. Temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s. In fact, the only rain shower out there, other than maybe a few areas of some patchy drizzle, is just north of Canton right there, and that is really losing its punch too. So that's about it. We had some thunder, and all that heavy rain earlier this evening has now moved off into Pennsylvania. It's also weakened. Still do have rain in the forecast, though, at least the threat of rain as we head through the early part of your Labor Day into the afternoon. Here's why. Big cold front to our north and west. Now, there is some cooler air behind it. Certainly will feel the difference. There's not a ton of moisture along the front, but enough to put in a shower as you move through your day tomorrow, mainly early. I do think by 2, 3 o'clock, if you have outdoor plans, you should be okay for those area barbecues. Temperatures in the mid-70s, so it will be a little bit cooler tomorrow, and that's just the beginning. I'll let you know how cool it'll get this upcoming week. All that coming up. Michael.
Thanks, Jason. Right now, the Obama administration is gearing up for the biggest foreign policy vote since the Iraq War. Administration officials argued today that new physical evidence shows the Syrian government used deadly sarin gas on civilians. This afternoon, the Obama administration sent a high-powered team to Capitol Hill to show classified documents to more than 100 lawmakers from the House and Senate to help convince them to vote yes on a military strike.
We cannot allow Assad to be able to gas people with impunity. And I believe the Congress of the United States will understand that and do the right thing.
Congress will vote when they return September 9th. Strong sentiments on the United States and Syria continue to be felt here at home. News Channel 5 Stephanie Ramirez joins us with more on the local reaction.
And Michael, when we talk about U.S. military involvement in another country, this impacts every single American out there. But here in Northeast Ohio especially, there's a great deal of people with family ties to the Middle East, and they're torn over what's going on in Syria.
A celebration of culture today, St. Elias Melkite Catholic Church in Brooklyn and its many Middle Eastern parishioners enjoyed the church's annual Labor Day weekend festival with lots of smiles and lots of food. Still behind those smiles, the worry of what's happening in Syria.
We live and we wake up and sleep on the idea of our home country being in a violent shape, in a violent conflict.
The reality for many parishioners like Diab Almhana, who has family in the country and who told us in 2006 he almost moved his family from Northeast Ohio back to Syria, but war kept them out. Again and more recently, Almhana says war kept him out this time from seeing his father, who passed away about 3 weeks ago.
Most of us are praying for it. Most of us are trying to hold vigils or peaceful protest or come to church and pray for it.
A peaceful resolution to the conflict that both enabled a massive chemical attack and that now threatens a United States military airstrike. Father Naeem Khalil of St. Elias says they're praying for peace even harder than before, following yesterday's address by the president, who told the American public he believes the United States should take limited military action.
It might work, but it's not really what it should be. Every day we pray for peace.
The message behind yesterday's protest in downtown Cleveland.
Hands off Syria! Hands off Syria!
And those protesting yesterday called for no military action and also for our country's leaders to at least wait until the United Nations finishes its investigation to then come to a conclusion. The president seeking authorization from Congress means we may not see a decision until September 9th. That's when Congress is due back from recess. On your side, Stephanie Ramirez, News Channel 5.
Stay with News Channel 5 for all the latest developments on a possible strike in Syria. You can also find updates 24/7 on our website, newsnet5.com. It's September 1st. That means as of today, the state sales tax just went up 5.5% to 5.75%. That's 25 cents more for every $100 you spend. But in some counties, you'll pay even more. Cuyahoga County sales tax will go from 7.75% to 8%. We have new information tonight about a situation we first told you about at 6 o'clock. A SWAT standoff ended after 7 hours, and tonight police are still looking for the suspect. It all started around 1 this afternoon on Miles Avenue near East 114th Street. SWAT members were called out after reports that a man had barricaded himself inside the home with a woman and her children. They all made it out okay, but the suspect got away. Police have not released a description. Right now, a local church needs your help finding whoever made off with copper pipes for the second time in 2 months. Just this week, the copper piping used for 2 air conditioners disappeared from the rectory at St. Nicholas Catholic Church on Superior Avenue. The exact same thing happened July 1st. The church had just replaced both units at $3,500 a pop.
I know people are having difficult times, and that's understandable, but just simply ask for help. Rather than damaging something, just ask for help.
Church leaders are looking into securing the area where the units are with fencing and lighting. Good news, the black lab stolen from an adoption event in Macedonia is back safe tonight. We first told you about Rhea at 6 o'clock. A rescue group had Rhea and some other animals at the Petco in Macedonia this weekend when a couple of girls took off with the dog. Someone saw Rhea's picture on the news and gave the group information on how to find her. New video shows a man walks into a local store and shoves liquor down his pants. Simone's Beverage is asking for your help finding him. What better way to get the word out than putting the video on Facebook? If you recognize him, call Simone's or Lakewood Police. Right now, police in Stowe are looking for 2 suspects they say tried to lure a 6-year-old boy. It happened at the Silver Springs campsite on Young Road. The boy says a man tried to force him to get into his truck. The little boy bit him and got away. But police are looking for 2 men, both white, one around 6 foot tall with glasses, the other 5'7" with brown hair. He was wearing a t-shirt. If you know anything, Stowe Police want to hear from you. Their number is 330-689-5734. All right, 5 people are in the hospital tonight after a car went airborne over a cliff and landed in Lake Erie. This happened in Ashtabula. Officers say the driver didn't stop at a stop sign, then lost control, ending up on a private beach. The victims are all in their 20s. 4 are listed in stable condition. Lawmen say 1 is in critical. And police at Ohio University are investigating the death of a freshman student. We're told Michael Robinson's body was found in his dorm room yesterday. Robinson graduated from Lake Catholic High School last year. Authorities aren't saying how he died, but do say there is no risk for other students. Well, with every step today in Rocky River, people were making life just a bit easier for people with developmental disabilities. We're talking about the first ever Labor of Love run for the Wayside. It was a 4-mile run which started at Rocky River High School. Now, the money raised benefited Our Lady of Wayside, which is an organization that provides resources to people with developmental disabilities. The money collected will help with transportation, housing costs, and help serve 500 children and adults. Participants couldn't be happier with the response from the community.
We are thrilled with the turnout. The city of Rocky River opened their arms to us, and all the people who came out to support us made this event successful. So we are very pleased that we raised some money and made everyone happy that attended.
Organizers say they plan to do this event every year. Well, the rain didn't stop the parade in Milan today in Erie County. An estimated 50,000 people are flocking to the town this Labor Day weekend for the annual Milan Melon Festival. This is the 55th annual festival celebrating the plentiful local melon crop. All right, next at 11, a massive recall by one of the big 3. Why Ford is concerned about more than 3,000 vehicles and what you should do if you're driving one. And it's a question you have to ask yourself every time you go to the grocery store. The generic brands look just as good and cost a lot less, but are they really giving you the most bang for your buck? How you can tell, next.
Okay, and we had some rain showers around earlier this evening, but things have dried out for now. Cold fronts to our west, though. I'll let you know if that means rain for your Labor Day. All that coming up.